Hello, how you guys doing? Um, I wanted to make a video respond. There's people been kind of come at this woman, and one is a very popular YouTuber. But I'm going to show you another popular YouTuber that agree with what this woman got to say. Then I'll come back and I'm going to show you some other stuff too.
There's this woman that's went viral. You know, she's from Germany. She also posts content. Finally, her name is Suraya. That's her name. And she ended up meeting a black American man from the States. And he went over with this woman and he ended up, becoming in a relationship with her. Ended up marrying her with time. And instead of her just enjoying her, marriage or whatever she has going on with her, black American husband, she decides to take to the internet as a German woman, European woman. And it's very important why I'm bringing that part up. And she just has some choice words in a video. And the original video went viral, and then I'll play a clip of a follow-up of what she says to that. But let's have this conversation, just coming from a black American man.
I already knew I had him because there was simply no competition out there for me. But let's just look at it objectively. You had this average black American guy who now was able to choose between what he was dealing with before and somebody completely new. And let me tell you, the moment I stepped into that man's life, he really didn't know how to deal with my femininity because I was not loud. I was not screaming. I was not trying to, be louder than him. I didn't interrupt him because that's not something that I learned from home. If somebody would speak, and especially a man, you would let that man speak and then you would listen and then say whatever you have to say, right? So I was clean. I cooked. He didn't know what it was when a woman is actually in the room asking him, like, do you want something to drink? Before I got myself something to drink. Do you want something to eat? Before I started to eat my food, I would ask him, do you want to have it?
On the second
I would
floor.
come out of nowhere and just have a fruit bowl and just offer him some fruit. He didn't know none of this. So husband back then boyfriend really thought this was a dream come true. He didn't know how to deal with none of this because all this me coming through, just being nurturing by nature, his peoples and his family didn't even do that for him. Like the family, there is no family unit. The average family, especially black American family, has barely a family unit. There is no breakfast, lunch, and dinner at set times. And these are things that I introduced my husband to with my family. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a snippet out of a whole YouTube video where I was talking about how my basic daily activities have impressed and impacted my husband's daily routine. I mean, it is just what it is. And you know what? A lot of women out there should apply that knowledge that I'm trying to give to you for free. Tell me, where did you hear me say that black American women are no competition? I was not even talking about black American women in particular. I never said anything like that I am better than them. I never said anything like I have better qualities than a black American woman. No, I'm always talking about modern Western women in general. And by the way, a huge shout out and thank you to everyone who was listening with their ears instead of using their emotions, because when you compare the caption of the video that I didn't even put on the video to the words that were coming out of my mouth, the caption had nothing to do with the words that I was saying. I mean, honestly, I was talking about the American family structure if you were able to get the message that I was trying to bring to you. Yes, I did say the average black American family barely has a family unit. Not even in that statement, I generalized all black families in America that they don't have a family unit.
So first of all, this is what I want to know. What women did her husband have access to? If women aren't clean, aren't cooking, never gave you nothing your whole life, never gave you any meal your whole life, what kind of woman you exposed to? That's first and foremost. Number two, I'm a grown man. I've never, and my wife has done everything that she's talked about, and not once I needed her to do that. I demanded her to do that. It's because she just wanted to do it, right? But there are times that women can't do that. There are times that women feel sick, dealing with the kids, especially if they're having kids. Women sometimes want to go to school. Sometimes they go to school, get a degree, they go to work, or maybe they got a business or something they're working, and they're not home to serve you hand and foot. You understand what I'm saying? And I guess me, I don't need a mother. I have a mother. I don't need a mother. So I don't understand why you think that's so impressive about what you're doing. So I don't argue. Not every American woman argues with a man. That's not true. I live in America, ma'am. I've been around, and yes, you did mention Black American people, and you mentioned Black American women in particular. Not every Black American woman I've ever met or dealt with has been argumentative. That's not true. Have some of them been? Yes. Have some of them had attitude? Yes. But it's not all of them. So for you to come out there, and you did generalize, ma'am. You did generalize in the video. That's why people came at you. Especially the offensive part when you said about Black American people don't really have a family structure. That's a lie. I'm talking about myself as a Black American man. I came from a great family structure out of Port Arthur, Texas. I still have family structure now. My family is doing very well. You understand what I'm saying? I know a lot of Black Americans who has a family structure and their family's doing very well. We're not no feral people running around America, don't know where we're going from to and fro. And number one, who are you? First of all, you're a foreigner to be coming into America assessing Black America in particular. On top of that, the reason why people got an issue with you, ma'am, is that, yes, you're from Germany, but you are a European. You're a white woman. So you coming in and the way you're talking, it sounds superior. It sounds like you're superior. And even if you say, that's not what I was trying to say, but you have to understand who you are, coming from you. The place where my grandfather had to go fight at, Germany. You know what I'm saying? World War II, that place. A lot of our grandfathers and grandmothers had to go fight in World War II in your homeland, ma'am, because that guy that was running the place at the time, Hitler, was causing a problem. Anyway, so some people agreed with this woman. Oh, she right. Let me tell y'all something. I can't stand a Black person that do that. No other group does that. It don't matter if she's right, wrong, or in between. I am not going to sit up here and dump on my community because of what she say. Because why is she talking about German men and what they're doing? Why is she online talking about German men and why they didn't want her behind? Why is she talking about German men online? Why she had to go cash out to get this brother? Because yes, she also admitted online that she had to show this man that she was the person for him, and she took him out. She bought him stuff. She did all kind of things for him. She was cashing out. Why does she have to cash out to a Black American man? And she keep calling him average. Really? That's how you look at it? He's average? He's supposed to be your world.
Now let's stop right there. But yet the average man here don't even get value, Phil. The average man here, and there's a lot of women here that don't value average American men. Case in point. Oops.
Your car repair shop hates when you do this, but they can't stop you.
Back like the seats of it.
Outside United States to look for their wife material partner. And I'm not saying I'm taking pride of because Filipinos are willing to submit to men. No, because we are naturally nursing and very loving and caring towards our loved ones. It doesn't matter if it's our partner.
Ugly. Tell me. Listen. You are coming to my channel. Remember that. My channel is a piece of Brazil. Okay? And you don't know us. You really
they don't know us. You need to learn something. When you say something about one Brazilian, you are talking to all of us. Okay? So, you're calling us ugly because we don't use this makeup. So, I have a makeup. I have a lot of this shit. Okay? I have this bag, and also this bag with the makeup. I have money to buy it. And you are calling us ugly because at the beach women are natural, because we are don't using this at the beach, this and this and this and this type of shoes. You think we don't have money to buy the shit just because you wearing our sandals all the time? Yes, you're calling us ugly? Why? Look, I have my own hair. Natural hair. Natural hair. You see? I don't have silicone. Part of my body. Okay? You see this? Natural, baby. So, you need to review your conceptions about when you say women are ugly or women from Brazil are ugly. No, baby. We are natural. We are natural women. That's why so many black men are coming to my country, because they want to find a natural woman. You need to review your conceptions. And if you want, you can do a YouTube channel talking about it. Make your face famous. Put your face on camera to everybody see your face and listen your opinion, listen your issues.
Yes, Lord.
Because we always wash our meow meow. We don't wipe, we wash. So it smells good 24/7, baby.
Yes.
Beat that.
Praise God. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. It got really ugly. Somebody typed really ugly in the chat room. It was a worldwide war of women, and it went bad. Now I want you black American women to remember that you started this fight. Somebody typed Joan J in the chat room. We need to call her out of retirement. Somebody typed Joan J in the chat room. Now, what ended up happening was, after so the black women picked a fight. Okay, come on now. Let's get the play-by-play. We got to get the history right. So the passport bro said, "F this, I'm going overseas." And then the black women said, "You know what? Y'all ain't nothing anyway. And the women you over there are uneducated, dirt foot, poor, whatever. Don't even speak English." And then the women over there said, "Oh, who are you talking about?" And they start roasting y'all from multiple countries. You was catching it from Brazil, you was catching it from Latin America, you was catching it from Thailand. They was just going in. You understand? And then of course the simps chimed in, right? Because the simps always got something to say. Now I told y'all, and I told y'all back then, are you prepared to walk over the bodies? Walk over the dead bodies. And when I meant that, it's a euphemism for, are you prepared to let them go about their business and not trying to chime in? Now, unfortunately, a lot of you men didn't heed my words, because see, what happens is, and a lot of these men at that time began to attack these foreign women. And I told you what was going to happen. If you attack those women, then those men from those cultures are gonna attack you. But let's listen. I'm just giving you the play-by-play, baby. Okay, don't be mad at me. Uncle D is here to.
All right, so the passport bros and the women that hate the passport bros, they got this shit taken to another level. And what we not going to do is, in the midst of this bullshit ass infighting, start promoting or accepting non-black women, calling our sisters type hyenas. I don't support the passport bros because I'm pro-black, so I don't believe black men should be with anybody but black women. I don't support the black women who are talking shit about the passport bros because that shit is mind-boggling. But even though I might not respect all these women that's on here mad at the passport bros, I am not going to sit back and allow this woman to fucking call our sisters hyenas. Bitch, fuck you.
There we go. So now you got men trying to.
When you see dudes saying they got their passport and they about to go overseas to find their wife, and you see they have the initials SYSBM in their bio, which is short for Save Yourself Black Man, those dudes are tricks. These dudes have a firm understanding that they're so socially awkward and so socially inept that they need to pay to have access to coochie. Thing is, they're so broke that they can't afford the cost of women, sex workers here in the United States. So these dudes with warehouse jobs, these the type of Negroes that work on the line up there in Detroit in the car plants, they take their little 35, 40K overseas because it stretches longer.
So, as you see, and this is a couple years back, so some men began to chime in and whatnot. And, and I was telling you guys, man, don't do that, because if you do that, then other men from other ethnicities and other cultures are going to be able to chime in. And then there's going to be a fight. You're going to get drugged into something that you don't want to get drugged into. You should, as a man, you should never get into a fight between women, because at the end of the day, you always gonna look like a punk. I mean, it's just no getting around it. And then you have men coming to the aid of passport bros, and you have white women and white men involved in it.
Tell us how they don't care. And it finally struck me. The video is not for the passport boys. The videos are for their orbiters, the friend zone men.
Alright, so you see that? You have a white man coming in, and you also had some white women chiming in on this. So keep listening.
Why are y'all getting on this damn app and making yourselves look pathetic? Why are you getting on this app making videos telling these men why they shouldn't go because they'll be used, and who cares? Let them go. Let them go. Like these.
I just want you to be absolutely certain. This is a white woman chastising black women and checking black women. See, this is where it went. All because black women wanted to begin to chastise black men about going overseas.
These aren't even the men you want to be with in the
That's what I feel.
You don't want to be with them.
Like, trust me, I know these men are annoying. Okay, I know that. But you know what? They have a right to find the type of wife they want. They have that right. They have the right to go to another country to find the wife they want.
Women that don't have education. Okay, let's talk about passport, bro, because you guys have seen a lot on social media at the moment. Me, born and raised in Thailand, living in Thailand. Excuse me, I speak 3 languages, and you're saying that we Thai people have low education? To be out of the States even? I don't know what type of people you have met in this entire life, but ma'am, what you're saying is reversing back to you as someone who might not have enough education. I have a Finnish boyfriend. I don't even expect his passport because I don't know how to speak Finnish and work in Finland. So it's not everybody who's doing that, madam. And if us Asian can treat men better, then never bring the bitches, you're Change your attitude, change your mindset, and probably you will attract better men into your life, okay?
Yep.
So yeah, if you don't want someone to look down on you, respect you, then start that from home. First, think about it because you're a grown-ass woman.
So it got pretty nasty. You understand what I'm saying? And so it kind of died down for a minute. Things kind of got quiet. I guess black American women realized that it's really nothing you can do about how you gonna cancel a woman overseas. How you gonna cancel a woman in Germany or Finland or South America? You're just gonna have to sit there and take it. You're just gonna have to go on TikTok and hear all of these foreign women dealing with you and talking to you and chastising you in a way that you've never been chastised before. Because you didn't want to listen to black men, and black men were telling you, hey, this behavior is terrible, and you took it too far, and then you decide to export these negative statements overseas, and then somebody came for you, and there's really nothing you can do about it. Now, again, I'm going to tell you, brothers, like I tell my own sons. My preference for you black men is to get you a woman of African descent. I don't care if she's foundational black American. I don't care if she's African. I don't care if she's Afro-Latina, Afro-Caribbean, West Indian. I don't care if she's West African, East African. I don't care if she's biracial. I just want you to have a woman of African descent. That's what I'm supposed to say. As a responsible public figure, as a black man who is an advocate for black men, I want you to be able to see the faces of your ancestors and your children. It does not make me racist. That just means I think it's a smart and intelligent move, especially in the color-struck racist society that we live in. That's what I'm saying. Nevertheless, if you find a woman who treats you with love and respect and who honors you and treats you with dignity, then you would be foolish to pass that woman up just because she does not fit the skin tone or the color or the ethnicity that you originate from. And that also goes for white men. If you're a white man, my suggestion for you is to get you a white woman. If you're a Latino man, a mestizo man, get you a mestizo woman, a Latino woman. If you're an Asian man, whether it be Thai, Chinese, Korean, Japanese, get you a woman from your group. That's what I'm saying, because life is easier that way. That's all I'm saying. But, again, if you find somebody, a woman that's respectful and loving and submissive and cooperative, man, you'll be a fool for passing that up. You'll be a fool for passing that up. And I don't care what these so-called pro-black say, because many of them are dreaming about banging white women, or they wish they was a white man themselves. I'm keeping it 100 with you. Do what's in your best interest. The main thing that I'm concerned about is black men finding peace of mind and happiness and being fathers. I don't want this over 50% of black men who don't have children and aren't married to not reproduce. You deserve to have a good woman on your side. You deserve to be a grandfather. You deserve to be a father. You deserve the opportunity to be a husband. And if you can't find a woman here, man, go ahead and somewhere else and get you a good woman. And that's where I'm at. Because, see, I'm not selfish. See, I don't have an agenda. I tell you black men, you're free. Somebody type free men in the chat room. Somebody type free men in the chat room. You're a free man and you earn that right. You spill blood, sweat, and tears in this land that we live in. So much so that the people who came before you have given you the right to exercise all the rights of every other American man. And I want to see you exercise those rights. And I'm not here to tell you what you should and shouldn't do. And I know that as a black man, if you black men are not happy, you're going to make my life unhappy. Because that frustration and anger that you have, because you don't feel fully fulfilled, you don't have a woman, you're going to take it out on these other black men. There's nothing like a good woman to calm a man down. With her sex, with her time, with her attention, with her food, with her catering, with her nurturing, the peace that she brings to the house. All of you men deserve that. So again, my preference for you is to deal with women of African descent, but if it don't work out for you, you find a woman who is of European descent, Asian, Latino, man, go on with that, man. And anybody who tells you otherwise should be ignored because they don't have your best interests at heart. Nevertheless, black women started this worldwide war of words. Now they say on one hand that we don't care where they go, but on the other hand, they always seem to have something to say about where black men are going, which lets me know they do care. But see, they don't know how to treat you. And that seems to be the problem. You can't say you want a man, but then when it's time to do what you have to do to compete for that man, you won't do it. That's not going to work. Now, this young lady, her name is Soraya Brooks, and she lives in Germany, and she's married to her brother from Philadelphia. I know.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if that was a snip.
Now, I'm gonna pause it for a minute, okay? This is Soraya Brooks. She's a beautiful young woman. She's married to her brother. They have children. She's a highly educated woman. I've actually had her here on my broadcast. And when I say highly educated, I'm gonna say that she's either a doctor, a lawyer, or an engineer. You understand what I'm saying? And she has a black man, and you guys remember that interview. She came on here and she discussed how when she went to visit this brother's home, she saw how he was treated by his mother. She was able to interact with the family. She indicated that the mother didn't really treat her with a lot of respect. She saw some things that she saw was disturbing. Nevertheless, she and her husband moved back to Germany. Now again, this woman is Turkish, so technically she's not Northern European. She's more Eastern European, but anybody who's been to Turkey, it's Middle Eastern, it's right there above Africa. You understand what I'm saying? So this is a woman of color, even though you all would call her white, because of course she's always, even though she looked like that young woman whose mama's from Compton and married that white boy.
Did Phil tell you about this
one?
What's
that white boy's name? Prince Harry or whatever his name is. They look like they could be cousins. You understand what I'm saying? Nevertheless, but you know, we know how the racial politics go here in the lovely United States. Nevertheless, she said some very interesting things. Now this video right here, that was actually the follow-up video. I'm gonna let you hear the one where she made a statement that has the internet in an uproar. Just check this out. Check it out, check it out. Let me see if I can get it to pull up real quick.
I already knew I had him because there was simply no competition out there.
Yeah, y'all might not be able to hear that. Let me see if I can pull this up again. And I see everybody contributing to the super chat, the Cash App, and the PayPal. But what I'm trying to do is lay this foundation before we get in on this, because you know it's real. Let's see if we can get it in work.
Out there for me, but let's just look at it objectively. You had this average black American guy who now was able to choose between what he was dealing with before and somebody.
I want you to listen to what she's saying. She had an average black American man, and she's not just saying anything disparaging about her husband. She's just saying this man's not an athlete. He's not some superstar, 6 foot, 6 pack, I don't know how much the man's brother makes, but she's not saying he's a man. And listen to how he is. He's an average man, and she already recognizes that the sexual marketplace politics here in the United States require a black man to be damn near Superman before he can even get an average chick, as far as black men are concerned. Now, a white fella can come into the black community and pull one of the baddest chicks in there. At least he can bang her. You see what I mean? Because they have a different criteria for white men, because black women see white men as having a higher social, sexual marketplace value. It's just true. The white man, for the most part, dominates all the positions of power in the world. And so, of course, women around the world are going to give him an easier time. That doesn't mean that you as a black man can't have a beautiful woman, one of the most beautiful women in the world. That's not what that means. What it means is white boys have an easier time right now because for the most part, when women see power, they recognize power as an aphrodisiac, and they assume they equate power with control and authority and protectionism and wealth and all that other stuff, and so they give white boys an easier time. Nevertheless, that's what she meant by that.
I already knew I had him because there was simply no competition out there for me. But
I already knew I had him because there was no competition out there for me. Somebody typed "no competition" in the chat room. That part right there, coupled with the fact that this woman is very fair-skinned and has long hair that reaches down past her belly, has the lovely ladies in an uproar. Somebody type "lovely ladies" in the chat room. Okay? So even if even if you bothered to listen to what she had to say, the fact that she said she had no competition, and for this black man, even though that's not what she said, that's what it sounded like she said. And you know, people listen to what they want to listen to. Again, this is a beautiful woman. This is what every black woman who wears weave and lighten her skin wants to look like. So why would these brothers go get a woman, a fake version of this woman right here? I'm just saying what I see. Okay? I'm just saying what I see. Black men who like black women, we want to look at a Kelly Rowland. You see what I mean? If you like black women, you like black women. Period. If we got a black woman who's trying to be a fake white woman, why would we want to be with her when we can go get the real white woman or the real Latina or the real Asian? But again, I don't give advice to black women, but if I did, I would say it's better off for you to just be yourself, because that's actually what black men want. They just want black women who look like black women. Look at those pictures from the 50s and the 40s. Those sisters didn't have a whole lot of booty. They didn't have any. Some of them might have wore a wig every now and then, but weaves weren't around. But you know, since you don't want to listen, since you're hard-headed, somebody type hard-headed in the chat room. You're getting the results you get. But let's go ahead and listen to this roasting section. Right.
Look at it objectively. You had this average black American guy who now was able to choose between what he was dealing with before and some.
It was BS. What he was dealing with before was BS, and what?
Somebody completely new. And let me tell you, the moment I stepped into that man's life,
the moment listen now. Listen. I know this is hard to listen to, but I want you lovely ladies to hear what this woman says she did. And see, again, black women you refuse to compete for these men who you say are unworthy of you. And when you see them on the arms of women that clearly on the open market, I want y'all to listen to me very carefully. On the global market, just like I told you, white men have a higher social marketplace, sexual marketplace value than black men generally. White women have a higher sexual marketplace value than every other group of women. Period. And so now you got this black man who you said ain't nothing, and he gets one of these women who, on a global scale, see, I'm not just talking about the dysfunctional black community, black America. That white woman has a higher social marketplace. She can go to Japan and get a man. She can go to China and get a man. She can go to Thailand. She can go to Africa and definitely get a man. She can go to Caribbean, down all the way down in South America, all the way up. She can make a husband out of an Eskimo. That's the social marketplace, sexual marketplace value of a white woman. Black women can't do that. So irrespective of the fact that you have all these brothers saying, you know, you're the most beautiful woman in the world, the truth is, as far as the rest of the world is concerned, you don't qualify, queen. Alright? So let's keep listening.
he really didn't know how to deal with my femininity because I was not loud. I was not screaming. I was not trying to, be louder than him.
Now, you know she talking to y'all. And I know Soraya Brooks, she's a very intelligent woman. I know you and I know who she talking to. All I gotta say is strong, independent, and don't need a man, and the rest of the world know who we talk about. I wasn't loud, I wasn't masculine, I was feminine. You know who she's talking to. And y'all don't like it. And this is just a carryover from the fight that y'all started with these women. Why would you pick a fight with the rest of the world? Ladies? And now look, this is what you're dealing with. You done picked a fight with these women, and they just out there whipping their hair around, You know what I'm saying? And you can't do nothing with this. You pick this fight with these foreign women. Somebody type foreign women in the chat room. You asked for this.
I didn't interrupt them because that's not something that I learned from home.
I didn't interrupt him because that's not something my mama was doing with my daddy at home, like your mama over in that ghetto was doing. Let me translate.
Somebody would speak, and especially a man, you would let that man speak, and then you would listen, and then say whatever you have to say.
I ain't cut him off in the middle of his conversation talking about, Ray, shut your mouth when I'm talking. You better listen to me or I go upside your head. That's what she said she didn't do. Now look, she been licensed. I never said that I was talking about black. No, we know who you're talking about, Soraya. We know who you're talking about. I mean, I'm reading. Let's keep going.
Right? So I was clean. I cooked. He didn't know what it was when a woman is actually.
Hold a minute. Did she say I was clean? Did you hear that? Do you know what she means? Do you know the reputation that our lovely ladies have for cleanliness or the lack thereof? Go ask black men about the reputation that black women have for cleanliness. And I'm not talking about all of y'all, okay? But I just want you to ask the brothers, because here on these internet streets, I've heard things, and I'm just saying, I don't want to talk about it. That's just beneath me to talk about it. But the fact that this foreign woman is saying that, why did y'all pick a fight with these women? Picking a fight with foreign women, ladies, is like picking a fight with a hurricane. It's just not something you can win. Sometimes it's best to just stand down. You cannot fight all these women from all these different countries when all your business is out in the street. Black women have been running off at the mouth for the past 60 years.
Exactly.
And again, of course, there are black women who are discreet, who are elegant, who would never appear on a show like Sally Jesse Raphael or Oprah Winfrey or any of those baby mama shows. Okay? They have class and they have dignity. They would never do it. But it's enough black women who have appeared on those shows. No, it's enough hood rats and loudmouth women posing as black women who have appeared on those shows and told all our business, thinking they was telling on black men. In reality, they was telling on themselves. See, the thing is, you out here thinking about, he a deadbeat daddy and he don't take care of his kids. Well, how many kids you have for him? 4. Well, at least 2. And the other 2 is from the other 2 baby daddies. Where are they? They in jail. You think you telling on him and you really telling on yourself. Ladies. So that's what you've been doing for the past 60 years. Self-snitching.
Is he lying? Let's see.
This is the little secret of adult film actors.
Let's see if he's lying.
Last Friday, I went out with a man who is older than me.
Let's see if Dennis is lying. Let's see if Dennis is lying.
What's good, Lifestyle Podcast? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Jared. Y'all, today I'm going to be talking about a video that just got uploaded by Kendra. Now, I want to say something, and I do want to make an announcement. I will be launching a Patreon due to some of the stuff that I want to say, and I believe I'm being shadow banned on YouTube due to some of the things that I may be saying. So I just want to let you guys know that I will be launching a Patreon. Why am I just playing stupid?
I want a man that is gonna accept me and my children. I don't want to hear cause I'm used to dating African men, and sometimes they be like, oh, I'm just gonna tell people you got 1 kid or something like that. I need somebody that's gonna accept both of my kids. That's gonna.
Bitch, don't nobody want to accept your kids. They don't even want to accept you. The reason why you call this whole motherfucking show. They don't want to accept you, ma'am. How hard is it to grasp They don't want to deal with you.
That me, I just want somebody that's just a good person all in general that goes to church. I just want a good man that's gonna make me happy.
You just want a good man that's gonna make you happy. Make you happy specifically. So what about him? You want a good man to make you happy, but what are you gonna do for him? What are you gonna do to make him happy? It's all about excuse me. It's all about me, and it's not about what I'm gonna do for him.
Okay. So you mentioned you want the man to know how to cook. Some women say I want that too. So do you want him to be the sole cook, or would you cook, or how does that work?
I'm gonna cook, but I think somebody that's gonna cook as well, because I don't want a man that's always, because I've been, the guys I've been dating, they be like, I haven't ate, so what you gonna cook? Like, sometimes I come home after a long day of work, and then they be like, oh, they be there, and then like, I haven't ate nothing, and I'm like, can you cook something for yourself? Because I'm tired.
It's funny how German women, they work full-time jobs, and yet they'll still go home and cook for their husband. It's real funny. And they have kids, but yet y'all expect a man to do all this stuff, be Superman, and still gotta cook for himself. At that point in time, what the fuck you need to do? What the fuck you need you for? Other than what's between your legs. And then on top of that, you bringing in 2 kids. So what are you bringing other than your bastard kids and some tarnished Gucci? What are you bringing?
I already ate.
I got you. Let me ask you this. Do you expect the man to pay all the bills of the house?
No.
Oh, okay. Because I think sometimes, and we are living in a different time, where back in the day, the men paid all the bills, right? So it was.
And also, the women didn't come with all these damn kids. But yet, yeah, you're right. We are living in a different time. The men paid all the bills back then, and the women didn't come with them a lot of best kids, if any. Hell, now these women come up with goddamn 4, 5 kids by several different men, but yet they expecting us to be traditional. Ain't that something?
Expected of women to cook all the time because that was basically your job. You cook.
Exactly.
Now we have women who also work, and you're saying you work and you will also contribute to the bill. So
yeah,
you need a man. Okay, fair enough.
The question that you should have asked her was this: since you are going to be contributing to the household, what bills are you going to be paying? That's what you should have asked her. So you want to contribute to the house. What bills are you going to be paying? Are you going to be just contributing a light bill or a damn internet bill? Or are you going to chip in on some of these damn big bills too?
So at least you also understand that she's going to contribute. That's why she cannot cook all the time. What are some deal breakers?
I don't like the guy who smokes it. Weed is okay, but cigarettes, I can't.
Okay.
No more than, I got 2 baby daddies, so no more baby mamas.
Do you want more kids?
I do. Yeah, I do.
Okay. But he can have kids, just no more than 2 baby mamas.
Yeah, no more than 2 baby mamas. No more than 3 kids.
Okay.
Yeah, no more. Hygiene, I'm big on hygiene. I like the guys to smell good. If they don't smell good, I can't. And that's about it.
Okay.
Searching for life insurance.
Rediscover the fully transformed Rio Palace Barbaro, the perfect family vacay in Punta Cana, now for...
Some women from America actually called me a pick-me, stupid, ugly, and the bottom of the barrel just because I want to cater to my husband and see him as a trophy. Well, let me tell you something, ladies. If you see catering to a man as oppressing and disrespectful and degrading to a woman, plenty of other women from other countries will cater to the average American man that is not good enough for you and that you supposedly don't want. By the way, I am not the only non-American woman who just enjoys catering to her American black husband. There are plenty of us over here. I'm just happen to be the one who actually is sitting in front of the camera and is speaking up about it. And ladies, if you want to have the privilege to be the woman of the household one day, to be in a successful, long-lasting, loving, caring, supporting, and providing relationship, make sure you skip the mindset that the woman in the next video has. Because if you have her mindset, she's talking about a video that I had made a couple of months ago, and in that video I talked about how I treated my boyfriend back in the early 2000s when he came to Germany and visited me.
Let him know, look, I adore you.
So femininity had nothing to do with it. You was just a trick. It's easy to get a man when you foot in the bill. You flying him out. You buy him everything under the sun. You cook, clean, and pop pussy.
Honey, that is called hospitality and competing for your man. You see the way the man looks? He's a 10 out of 10, at least to me. And I know that there are a lot of women out there who like the way my husband looks. You know, I just know it for a fact because I see women looking when we are out together. But long story short, and what I really wanted to say is hospitality is something that a lot of women need to apply into their relationship again, because what is wrong with being nice to a man? What is wrong with competing to a man? So yes, he came to Germany and I showed him everything that I could. I covered all of the bills. You know why? Because he was a guest in my country. He was a guest in my country and I wanted him to be as comfortable as possible. So right from the beginning, he didn't have to pay for anything. It's called hospitality and competition.
You found an average black man. That's what you called him. An average black man from America. Bought him any and everything he could possibly want, even things he didn't think he wanted. You wait on him hand and foot. And you had the nerve to come on here and say it was easy because black women don't do nothing. We ain't doing that.
Let me know in the comment section, everyone, if you agree with following statement. The average modern Western woman just doesn't want to put in any effort into a relationship. They don't want to put in that work in a relationship. They don't want to contribute what is necessary as a woman in a relationship. They don't want to invest in a man. And I'm not talking about that financial investment. I'm talking about emotionally and mentally. Okay, and whatever needs to get done at home. Instead of that, you have all these women running around and all they want to provide is themselves, their body, their looks, which is the reason why many of these relationships don't last for a long time, because there is no deeper level of connection. There's only a connection on a physical intimacy level. That's it. There is no deeper connection than that. That's why you, at some point, are not going to be better than the next piece of ass that the man is attracted to. Because your looks are going to get boring. But what never will get boring is how you treat a man. But when us women can comfort a man on an emotional and mental level, be loyal, respectful, nurturing, and catering, sooner or later, and I promise you this, that man is going to start caring about you on a whole different level. On a whole different level. I'm sure some women who have actually applied this will be able to say that in the comment section if any of them is watching my content. So therefore, if you only provide your looks, another woman that's going to come into his life who may end up looking better than you is going to have his attention. But if he can connect to you emotionally, that's a whole different level. Believe it or not, us women have the power to turn a good man into a better man. And I know that a lot of women felt triggered by the things that I have said, but at the end of the day, it kind of seems like that you are mad at the fact that women like myself have a happy relationship. We have what you don't have. And I don't say this to attack you. I'm just saying you can have what we have. It's really not that hard. Right? So women like myself, we enjoy catering to our men. And at the same time, we can enjoy the benefit of being the woman of a providing man, of a protective man, of a guiding man. And I will not stop stressing to the world, and especially to you women, that there is nothing wrong with an average man. An average man deserves respect too. An average man, just as average as you are, deserves a daily cooked meal too. He deserves that you take his towel into the bathroom right along with a fresh pair of boxers and some socks before that man comes out of the shower. Have you ever done that before? But instead of that, a lot of women have the audacity to say that catering to a man is a trauma response. Excuse me, but catering to each other is the beauty of a relationship. And I can sense that a lot of you have never been in a real relationship because you continuously run to a toxic man. And then you get treated like shit. And then you are in this circle that is full of toxicity and you cannot get out of it. But when you're staying in the circle and you refuse to be receptive to new information, to be kind, to be soft-spoken, to be catering, you cannot expect different results. I'm not saying not for you to go out there to get your degree and your career. It is a good thing. Actually, it's a must. We have to stay educated. That's a must. But at the end of the day, you can still be submissive. And do you know how much of a flex that is to have a nice degree, to have a good career, to make your money, but also be completely in your feminine energy? And let me tell you, everyone will pick up your feminine energy when you go. Anywhere you go, they will pick it up. And then you will attract the right type of man as well. There is nothing wrong with being kind. Smiling is for free. I mean, you have all these women running around with a bitchy attitude, negative energy, and the only thing that they know how to smile at is their phone. And you mean to tell me that there's nothing wrong with that picture?
Breaking news. Friday, 19th of April 2024 marks the beginning of the largest wealth shift in America.
Their phone. And you mean to tell me that there's nothing wrong with that picture?
You're doing too much. It's giving. Why would any one of us want to subject ourselves to that?
No, honey, you are doing too less. And she really said that it's giving slave. But here is what she doesn't understand. I don't get any orders. I do everything that I do, not only for my husband, for everyone in my family, naturally, because that's what I have learned. Ladies, understand this. Us women have a strong intuition. We have the ability and the power to sense whether if our man needs something or not. You know how it is when you are running your slick mouth and you can tell by your man's body language that he's about to go off, and you are thinking about the words that's going to come out of your mouth next, thinking about whether if you should say it or not? That's the type of energy that I'm talking about. But in order for you to develop this ability, you have to stop thinking about yourself only when you are in a relationship. A relationship is not a one-way street. So the way you learn how to read your partner is to read his body language, to observe that man, and figure out what he wants. If you don't know what he wants, you can talk to him. You know, just like you are talking to him in that disrespectful way that you do sometimes. You can switch that energy up and ask him, hey honey, are you comfortable? Is there anything that I can do for you? After you have went somewhere that your partner may be new to, you can ask him afterwards, how did you feel about it? Was it okay for you? Is there anything that we can do differently next time? You know, a relationship is a process. But I understand that a lot of you haven't been in a relationship to the point that you can actually see it as a process, something that is ongoing for a certain amount of time. And to all lovely ladies out there who pretend that they don't need a man because they are just so strong and so independent and they have everything going on for themselves, I will believe you if you are able to show me a society which has been built and maintained by women only. Because until then, honey,
why would any one of us want to subject ourselves to that? And for all the black women that came on here like, she's right, black women, we aren't feminine, black women, we aren't catering to our men. Girl, you sound dumb. You sound very much stupid, and I hope you feel even stupider after finding out this pillar of femininity ain't nothing but a low-down dirty trick.
now you really have to leave women with her type of mindset alone. These type of women, they are not receptive to new information. They don't want to do any better for themselves. They don't want to cater to a man. So you sooner or later have to let them suffer because that is what they choose. Now, I am afraid to say black because my video has turned America upside down without me even addressing black American women. But I will say this. How is she, as a black American woman, wearing a white woman's hair, putting down other black American women who watched my video, who was able to pick up my message, and who are willing to learn, who are willing to be receptive to new information, and chose to do better for themselves? How are you going to put those women down? I understand when you're calling me stupid, but how are you going to call your own women stupid? The whole world is watching America, and it's a freaking shame to see how you guys are just talking down on each other. I thought it was so important for you to build yourself up. So why are you still there? For one, talking shit about men, and now you're dragging your own women down? Personally applaud every single woman who was able to understand where I come from, who put their emotions to aside and looked at my message objectively. I applaud and appreciate every one of you because our femininity is really appreciated and needed. And once you apply it and once you carry yourself in your feminine energy, you will soon notice that things around you are changing. So why not?
Before we begin, I want to welcome you to our channel. For those who are new here.
Was she lying? Was she lying? And for Phil to say that, look the video. Go to Dietrich's show. Go to that woman's show and see what kind of women that come on there. And she had women that come on there that was going with the guy, but want a dating show, but was looking for a man. This is here in America, and I'm sorry to say it was black women that came with that mindset. So I would say to Phil, explain that. And like Dennis said, they came for those women first. They came at those women first.
The powerful message of God's kingdom.
So, hey, it is what it is. So maybe you should learn something from the woman instead of putting down the woman. I don't know. And when she said average man, she was saying guys are ordinary. And like, there's no, we're not all supermodels and stuff like that. We're not. Some guys work in different places, but when we try, I can show you video where women get so standoffish. If you even try to even help them or suggest something to them, they think you want to hit on them, and you might just want to warn them about something. But they'll assume that you hitting on them. They was doing a Facebook, and then it was a kind of a joke where a woman started judging the man what he was wearing and everything. He said, "I just come over here to get something out of my locker." And it was something really silly, but it's how some women feel. So hey, if you lose out, it's because your own ordeal. And she was right. This is what happened. But he was so quick to jump, Phil was, but he didn't even see the whole situation. That's why I played Dennis's video. Have you heard that? But yet he don't even have a black wife himself. He got black relatives, but his wife is part Indian and part Mexican, Native American. And they brought that up to him, but yet he's saying something about going over Africa. Go figure. I'm just saying, if you're gonna call somebody something like that out, but it's like, it's a double standard. Not that, hey, you do what you want to do, but hey, she was just telling something because her husband is black. And she's been married to him for 15 years. Where's all these women? Where are their husbands at, Phil? Where are their husbands at for 10 to 15 years? Where are their husbands? But the German woman got the husband for 15 years, a black American. And some of these same women that come at this woman don't even have a, I guarantee you. And they probably, if they had a husband or boyfriend, they ran them away. What did she say that was lying? And it's not just black, but it's white women that have the same mindset that came at these women. calling them out, saying they were uneducated. So that's why she said American women, all type of American women. But yet your American women act like they don't want to be bothered with men because they don't fit to their pristine. And so okay, like you said, at least they would work with the man. You got women here to put a man down, and would try to make him weak and take his manhood down away. At least to have the maturity to build a man up. So called for those women to make videos like against her, they don't have the maturity. That's why they're single, and they continue to be single. All right, dear ladies and gentlemen, hope you like this video, like and subscribe. Till next time, take care. And men, like Dennis says, go where you appreciate it. And forget these women. Let them go to other women. And yes, let them have their femininity with them other women. Find the women that want to be with men and that got time for men. Hey, this is Babylon. All right, then take care. Be blessed.